Hi, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? I know this is a late live. It's just a run. This is just basically a rundown of my earlier today. It was very fruitful, and it went really well. I did have had some errands to run after this meeting I had, but I'm going to tell you all something. What doesn't cease to amaze me are people. People are so fucking predictable. Very predictable. And in saying that people are predictable, it's just like, wow. Sometimes I wonder, like, what do people be thinking before they do the things that they do? You know, as an adult, a fully grown adult, I have to base a lot of things off of not just how it would impact me, but how it would affect my family. Because I love my family and my family loves me. But today I had to hire someone else to do something that I need them to do. It's an out of state matter. Um, because I guess motherfuckers think it's sweet. Or they think I'm playing. And the good thing about having attorneys is they know other attorneys who be like, I got you. I gotta move somebody's life around. And I really don't feel like it, but I have to do it. 'Cause I'm tired. And when I get tired, I do what I need to do. I feel like that guy at the end of Players Club and he said, do something to make me happy. That's what I said today, and that's what is getting ready to happen. So that was a very bright, giddy part of my day. And they were just like, well, are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I feel very confident. It's a waste of money. That's a for sure thing. It's an extreme waste of money, but it's okay. Because sometimes you gotta spend to get back. And like my grandmother used to say, you can't get blood from a turnip. And this particular undertaking that we're getting ready to undertake, eh, it's just to prove a point. That's basically what it is. Point, my dick is bigger than yours. And that's that on that. So what else happened today? I had to go to Home Depot. Now you all who know me well know that I can't stand a nasty oven. And my oven is not nasty, but it's in need of a cleaning. I cleaned it about 2, 3 months ago. And I go to Walgreens, no easy off in the blue can. The local grocery store, no easy off in the blue can. So I was forced to have to go to Home Depot. I don't know how you all might feel about Home Depot, but Home Depot is a really it's a dangerous store for me. It has little things that I buy. And I see new shit, new cleaning products. that I've never seen. And I'm like, I have to buy that. So I bought some of this stuff. It's called pink. They call it pink scrub, but now they have it in a spray. So I bought that and I had to get what else? Easy off. And I bought a few other things. And I was like, okay. And then I left there and I went to the grocery store because we needed some more Cottonelle extra large butt wipes. Because, we like to keep the regular size regulation and extra large when you have extra large situations going on. So went and did that. Then I had to run by the bank. And then I shot back damn near to where the Home Depot was just to get some chocolate cake. And I went and got some chocolate cake. And then I had to stop and get my peach rings. And then I came home and I just been at home and chilling and had to get Maddie a train ticket. We supposed to have a snowstorm tomorrow. Not a real storm. They always say storm, and it don't be shit like they be describing it on the news. And I'm like, stop sending these people into frenzies and running to the store and buying all this shit. It's not a snowstorm. Calm down. What else? And I watched the Super Bowl yesterday. Now I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I enjoyed Kendrick Lamar's performance. It's what I expected. It wasn't all that jazz hands. It wasn't all of that crazy extra stuff. He didn't need that. What he did, it definitely resonated with a lot of people. I heard that the president left after the halftime. I guess it was too ethnical for him, but he left, and I watched it. And I went and got, because it was just my son and I and Maddie home yesterday. So I went and got this pizza, and they told me it's going to take 2 hours for the pizza to cook. So I left right after halftime. After Kendrick performed, I went and got the pizza, and I got back home and I ate me like 2 slices. They're only about as big as this Altoids can. And I ate me some pizza, and I just kind of laid around and, you know, chilled, watched the rest of the game. And traffic wasn't bad because everyone was somewhere watching the game. So I was like, great, I can get down here and get back home. And I did that. And all in all, my weekend was fun. I wanted Philadelphia to win. They did. Go Philly. You know, and it's not because I love Philadelphia, because I don't. I like Jalen Hurts. I have been following this young man's football career since he started as a true freshman quarterback at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. And he stayed there. I think he stayed freshman, sophomore year, and I think he left after his sophomore year and he went to another college, but I don't remember which one he went to. And I really like the fact that he has a Black manager, his sports agent, young Black lady. She's a Delta Sigma Theta. I thought she was an AK, but I found out she's a Delta. Jalen is a Q. Okay, Q. Um, very Greek, very Greek. We love Greek. Um, and he has a lot of Black women backing him, and I like that. He has a Black girlfriend, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. He's keeping it all, you know, within us. And I like that. So, and congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. But the game was good. I caught some of the highlights of the football game, like things that were happening in the stands, and they booed Taylor Swift. And it's just like, wow, what did Taylor do to you all? But everybody ain't for everybody, and a lot of, I guess maybe she was a little shocked, but everyone doesn't have to like you. I am not everyone's cup of tea, and everyone's not my fucking cup of tea. But at my big age, I just don't care. Um, I don't. There's certain things I care about. It's like a balance thing for me. You know, if I care about something, I care deeply. If I don't, I'm just like, I don't care. I just can't put too much energy into too many things because it'd be like, for what? For what? But I put energy into to football yesterday. So that was cool. And I missed my show last night because I've been watching Dexter Original Sin, and I like to watch it with my husband. And I missed it last night, so they replayed it today, and we watched it. And I'm just really, I'm one of those people. I hate cliffhangers, but I love a good cliffhanger. Hi, Stormy. How are you? Girl, it's just me, you, and someone else. Whoever the someone else is. Hi. How are you? Um, Yeah, tonight's episode just really had me like, "Grr." I balled my fist up like that Arthur meme, the little bitty fist balled up. But it was good. It was good. I can't wait till next week to see what the next episode is gonna be. My show Yellow Jackets is coming back on. Can't wait for that. Black Mafia Family. Oh, is it Raising Canaan is coming back on in March. What else? Yesterday was Sunday. So yesterday was my oldest son's 35th birthday. And I was just like, oh my God, I have a 35-year-old child. Yeah, I have a 35-year-old child. And he was out with his friends like all day. And I guess they footballed and just had a good 35-year-old time. 35 is such a magical age. Oh, I remember when I was 35. And now I'm 53. But yeah, so all in all, today was good. Um, the weekend was good. People ask me, "Oh, you want to come over?" Oh, people were like, "Oh, you want to come over and watch the game?" And I was like, uh-uh, I don't feel like leaving my house. I didn't want to leave. Hello, Roxy. I didn't want to leave my house to go get that fucking pizza. I was just like, I don't feel like leaving the house. But the kids was hungry. I didn't eat since the day before. So I was just like, let me just go get this pizza. And I went and got it, and it was good. But my excitement about just thank you, Rock. Thank you, Stormy. My my excitement level about just leaving the house, just be like, I don't feel like leaving. But, like I said, thank God for online shopping. Whew, it gets me over the hump. You're pouring paint, my DIY, that's where I do my beautiful designs on vases, etc. Okay, cool. Oh, it wasn't my birthday. My birthday was back in January. It was my son's birthday. He made 35. I haven't seen 35 since King had a dream. But yeah, I have nothing to do this week. Like I said, I gotta take my daughter to the train. I'm just gonna be in the house. But I did order some things. I did order some things, and I'm waiting for them to get here so I can share with you these products. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to order this oil that I posted. Um, the oil's by a company called Fuck. It's not called Fuck. It's called Cozy something. I screenshotted it. But the bottle $109. And I just feel like if I spend $109 on this bottle of oil, that shit better transform my skin. I need to feel like cashmere, uh, silk. I need to be. And my kids always hug me. They be like, "Mommy, you are so soft." Um, I need my like when I hug my kids, if I buy this oil, my kids need to melt or something. I need to melt, because $109 for a bottle of oil is big. I mean, that's a lot. And I spend that much on something, I expect a really crazy ass result. But if I get it, I'm gonna let you all know if you should use it or not. But even if it doesn't work for me and you want to purchase it, it might work for you. But it doesn't hurt to try. But it hurts to spend $109 and the shit ain't good. I need to investigate that. What I need to find out is, do they have a money back thing? Is there any sort of guarantee that if this oil doesn't work well for me, I could send it back? Now, I ordered some other oils. I want to see how those work. They were not expensive at all. And guess what? They probably work wonders. They were $9.99. Um, I got two of them, and one of them strawberry, and I don't remember. Um, can you get a sample? You know what, Roxy? I'm gonna check on that. I'm gonna see when I get off of here and get back in my bed. I'm not gonna yawn with my mouth open in front of y'all. Um, I'm gonna see if they have a sample. And if they got like I can talk to an online person. It's late, but um, I might see if, hey, do you have sample sizes? And if they say yeah, then I'm like, well, can you send me some? Because I wanna be able to give a review on them. But if they say no, that just means I gotta buy that oil. And like I said, if I buy that shit and it's horrible, I'm gonna be mad. That's $109 a bitch can't get back. I'll be like, oh, that's one of the things that drives me crazy is that's the bad thing about online shopping. You see something, you look at the reviews, and you'd be like, maybe I'll buy it. And then you buy it, and all the people who was reviewing that shit, you'd be like, well, it worked for them, it don't work for me. Man, can you cut that down a little, baby? You know, it works for them, it might not work for me, and all that money back guarantee shit. And I'm not gonna sit here in front. I'm kind of lazy. Okay, I said it. I'm one of those people. I don't like going, putting shit in the box and sealing it and got to put a stamp. Well, you got to take the shit and take it back to the post office or UPS to have it sent back. I'm very bad about going to the post office and sending shit off. I really am. I suppose I had it happened two times. I was supposed to send someone to Val, and it took me forever to do it. I was just like, finally, my son was just like, I'll go do it. I was just like, okay, because I have a really bad time. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. You're thinking about Botox. My hubby said I didn't need it, but hold on. I feel it. I gotta go get some tissue. I gotta blow my nose. Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm back. Whew. Have y'all yeah, man, my sneezes come in threes and fours. And have y'all noticed I be on live and whenever I'm on live I start to sneeze. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's so strange. But yeah, I'm gonna check. So let me get back to what you were saying. You said I'm thinking about Botox. My hubby said I didn't need it, but you know how us women are. If we see a wrinkle, we want to zap it. I've been blessed with native skin, so I've been blessed with that native skin. But I'm old. Okay, very good elasticity in the skin. I do not. I don't get Botox. But I noticed some very faint frown lines in my forehead. And I think that's because I don't frown. And when I see people with those, like you scrunch up their forehead and they have those lines, look, I'm seeing some very faint ones. They don't even move. But that shit would drive me fucking crazy. Like, I get my Juvederm injection through here so I can always look like a boiled egg. But those forehead lines, look, I will forego my Juvederm for my smile so I don't like no deep creases in my around my jowls. Um, but I feel like if you want to do something, Stormy, just maintenance, do it. I only get Juvederm once a year, maybe once every 2.5 years. It just depends on how long it lasts. My doctor that I go to for the Juvederm, it's $861 per syringe, and I only need one syringe. And he hits me right through here, and I'm going next month. He hits me right through here, bow, 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 and he rubs, and then I don't need any more for a long time. Um, but if you feel like, you see a line, you don't have them forehead lines, you have a couple of crow's lines. Yeah, that's not bad. You know what I mean? I don't have like too much going on around my eyes. Um, I don't have frown lines in my forehead because I don't frown a lot. I try to keep a real cool resting bitch face at all times. I told you I smile. I smile a lot, but I also smile on the inside more. It preserves you. My décolleté is not all, you know, weird, because you get older and that skin right through here. You can always tell a motherfuckers, you can look at a person, know, ooh, that neck and all right through here and those hands, when those veins start popping out your hands and shit, I don't know what that is. I don't like that either. But if you feel like you want to get a little something, something, it's non-invasive. It's you don't have to get put to sleep or anything like that. My grandmother didn't have any wrinkles when she passed away, and God bless her. But you know what? It also starts with good, healthy skincare. A regimen. Um, Washing your face. I wash my face twice a day. I moisturize. I use one moisturizer for day and use another moisturizer for night. Um, I got this thing that goes around my head because it's helping with, right here, this chin thing. Now if I have to get some with this chin, I might get some Kybella because, I don't want to have, I don't need Dr. Kim to like give me no like liposuction and no shit like that. A little Kybella, it eats away the fat and, just a little tightness. It's not that I don't want to run around here looking 30 years old or anything like that because I'm 53. But I look at women who are younger than me by 5, 6 years, and I'd be like, damn, baby, what's wrong with you? You look horrible. You look horrible. I mean, damn, and I think a lot of that is motherfuckers don't be drinking water. And motherfuckers just don't live right. And then a lot of that shit is genetics. But I'm a firm believer that if you are a person of color, we age different. We and even Asian people age like they could be older and you wouldn't even know. Hold on. Hey Maddie, what's that man's name from the movie that we like? He was in Train to Busan and the Squid Games. I'm gonna tell when Maddie tells me, huh? Come here. When Maddie tells me this man's name, I don't know if any of you are by a computer or you have a tablet or a phone handy, but this man, he is Korean or either he Chinese. He looks so young. And I looked at him and I thought he was way younger than what he was. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you why Asian people age like that. Fish. They eat fish. It's the oils in the fish, and they just have tight skin. How old is that man?
45.
No, the one from Train to Busan.
45.
No, the one that we said.
Yes, from Train to Busan.
But in the Squid Games, he's not 45. I thought
they reported the last season when he was like 43. That's only like a year or two difference.
I thought you said that man was like 50 some years old, Maddie.
No.
We looked him up. He was like 50 some years old.
No, that's the front man.
That's what I'm talking about.
What? You talking about the dad from Train to Busan?
Okay, maybe I'm talking about the wrong person. Which one am I talking about?
The dad from Train to Busan that was in the first episode and he shot himself. Remember? The recruiter. He was stepping on a honey.
Right, yeah.
Right. He's 45.
Okay, so Maddie is telling me this guy's 45. And he's in a movie called Train to Busan. Now, if you look up the people in the movie, he's the dude with the daughter. Okay. And then he was in the Squid Games. He's this guy in the Squid Games called the dealer, or he called something,
The recruiter.
the recruiter. But he's 45. I would have never thought he was 45 years old. He looks so good. But I'm telling you, Asian people's skin hit different and they live longer. When you see an old Asian person, just know that motherfucker really, really old. And they look old. You know, that's when they just turn to one big wrinkle and shit. But it's their diet. Rice, fish, stuff like that. You know. And then black people, we just have a gene in us that preserves us in a different way. I think it's the melanin in our skin, and we're our skin reacts different to sun. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But I'm telling you, I'm telling any of you, if you want to do anything, don't let anyone sway you. Don't let your friends or cousins or your neighbor, girl, you don't need that. And you shouldn't do that. Don't let nobody tell you what you shouldn't do for you. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I be feeling like when people be like, "Oh, you don't need to do that and that," girl. What if was a fifth, we all be drunk. I will try. I'll try. You know, one of my homegirls, she's like, "Girl, you don't need to get that tummy tuck." I was like, "I'm not having any more children. I want a completely flat stomach." And I found out, and this is how I know people be on straight bullshit. I found out that she told one of our other friends, she was like, "I don't see why she trying to get that." And woo, 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 woo. Why this bitch sitting there looking a good 8 months pregnant? And she in menopause too. Yeah. You know what she mad about? She can't get it. Cause if that bitch could get it, she would get it. But it's the same motherfucker who was talking about, I might go get a BBL. And I thought about that. I was like, you won't go get a BBL. And she was like, yeah. I was like, well, where are you gonna go? You want to talk to my doctor? She's like, I ain't talking to your doctor, girl. I'd probably go down to Miami or go. She said she would go to Miami or someplace else. And I'm just like, ooh, she wanted a BBL, because she ain't no butt person. She ain't got no big ass or nothing. But when she told me she wanted to get a BBL, guess what? I didn't say, girl, you don't need to do that and da 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 da. Now she had the money to get the BBL, okay? But see, what I think she wanted was so when the doctor went to suction the fat out, he was gonna suction it from around her stomach. So her stomach would have went down because that bitch's stomach was all swole. It's all swole. And she wanted the doctor to put it in her butt. But see, I found out the other reason why chicks be leaving Chicago to go to Miami and Texas. Because everybody booty, if you native to Texas and you a Texas girl, your booty probably naturally big, okay? The doctors they can put more fat in your butt in Miami. Chicago, we got a cutoff. We got a cutoff. You go to Atlanta and shit, they give you like 100, 700 cc's of fat. And that's when they booties just be so big. You just be like, how? Now, if you was born with a butt like that, that's one thing. Because then you know how to take care of that big ass. You know, it's the women who wasn't born with no big old booties who want to go get a big booty and then don't know how to care for that big old stinking ass. That's all I'm saying. But when my girl told me she wanted to get her BBL, I even offered My doctor. I didn't tell her, you don't need to get that. I didn't tell her that. You know I didn't tell her that? Because if that's what she wants and she can afford it, go get it. But if I was her, just personally speaking, she if she lose some weight, and that's another thing, if the bitch lose some weight, she can go get it, she can get a fucking tummy tuck. She ain't have no more motherfucking kids, but she don't want to do that. She just want to get the fat sucked out and put in her ass. Cause she think a big ass would keep a nigga. It doesn't. It doesn't. Big booties don't keep men. I don't know where these girls thought that shit came from, but big asses don't keep men. Not trying to be funny, but Miss Nikki baby got a big old ass, and her man left her with 2 kids. Big asses don't keep, big titties don't keep no nigga. Pretty faces don't even keep a man. Men just basically want somebody that's cool. Just a cool chick. Know how to take care of the kids. Know how to handle money. Know how to handle herself in situations. That misconception has warped some people's mind. Get a man stomach and be loyal. You know, a lot of people be thinking the way through a man's heart is to his stomach. That's a lie too. Yeah, yeah, that's a lie. If a motherfucker, big sister, Black Diamond, Sergeant at Arms. Good evening, my love. How are you? And thank you for being here. Other than Princess, when I first start, well, I didn't even start my channel. Princess, House of the Princess started my channel. I love her so much. She's a very, very, very busy woman. I spoke with her yesterday. But Princess is the one who started my channel. And of course, she was a mod for my channel. But outside of Princess, Black Diamond was my first mod. I probably have the least mods in YouTube, but I don't have no huge ass chat, so I don't be needing a whole bunch of mods. But I love my ladies. Okay. Thank you, Black Diamond, for being here. Namaste. But yeah, you know, I offered her my doctor, like I said, but she was just all like, but she really kind of dead set on getting this BBL. And I'm set on getting my little tummy tuck. I don't need no liposuction. You know, I told Dr. Kim I don't need no liposculpting, none of that shit. Just get this stomach gone. I have given birth to 7 children. This fupa skin, I have lost all this weight. This fupa skin, it done went down this way. And I just want it gone. That's it. I don't need all that extra shit. I don't need all that extra shit. And I definitely don't need no big butt. What's the what's the process for a tummy tuck? Shit. You go to your plastic surgeon, and if you have a good plastic surgeon, if you a fat motherfucker like I was, they'll tell you, I'm not gonna do surgery on you until you lose weight. Now, see, women gotta be leery of those doctors who be like, oh, I'll do plastic surgery, and you go in and your ass big than a motherfucker, and then he do plastic surgery, and now he done gave you a tummy tuck, he done hit you with some lipo, like bow, bow, put it in your butt, and then you at home, you healing and shit, but your arms still look like legs. You know what I mean? You you know, look at that. I need to get in the gym and build this look. But my arm don't look like a leg. You know, motherfuckers' arms just be big and shit. That's how I be knowing motherfuckers got work done. Your arms don't match the rest of your body. You did? Your arms don't match the rest of your body. Stop playing. Now I done lost this weight. I'm where I could be to get the surgery. I need to talk to Dr. Kim. I'll talk to him next month when I go to my little for my little refreshing, you know what I mean? But and then if the doctor say, a good doctor will tell you, get a clearance from your doctor, your primary care physician, and, you know, make sure you're healthy before surgery. And if you need to lose weight, lose weight. There's a lot of chicks walking around here with flat stomachs, big asses, and big ass arms. And I'm gonna tell y'all what the dead giveaway is too. Your legs. See, motherfuckers gonna be thinking about that shit. After they had those BBLs, that's when they get to the gym and they start pushing weights because they want their thighs to bulk up. When God created the woman who got big butts, he created her butt, her legs to fit her butt. Now I got some friends who got some big natural asses, big old country booties. But guess what they have too with those big country asses? They got thighs. Those thighs match the ass. They got calves that match the thighs that match the ass. It be those ones who little. You ain't got no legs. You ain't all big. You ain't no big leg girl. And then you go get that shit and you run around this motherfucker looking like an ant. Okay, you look like an ant. I ain't trying to look like that. I'm not a hippie person. Never had hips. But I would look a little bit more hippie if I didn't have stomach. But I don't need all that shit. I just want the food I gone. And when he do this, boom. That's it. I don't need nothing else. Yes, Roxy, a ant. Motherfuckers be looking like an ant. So what do you think I should do? Botox or Jubilee? Am I saying that wrong? All right. It depends on what you want. If you're getting it for your forehead, because you want to get rid of some forehead lines, I would say ask the doctor about that because, yes, this is very important what Black Diamond said. Um, she had to get clearance from her cardiologist to get eye surgery. That's ass. Okay? And eyes, that's some serious shit. But a tummy tuck, you got to get put under. So you got to get the correct clearance. Some of these girls don't even be going to get the clearance. Some of these girls go and get this shit, don't even know they pre-diabetic and all that other shit. And then you wonder why you ain't healing properly. You ain't healing properly because you didn't check the doctor. You know, doctors, they know that they're going to get those few dollars for doing that. And that's all they looking at. And unless your insurance for a medical reason, unless it's a medical reason, insurance don't cover elective surgeries unless it's a medical necessity. So a lot of these young ones, they're going to get it done and they're not getting clearance. You know, they don't tell the doctor certain things. You're going to see a doctor down in Florida or somewhere. They're not telling the doctor they got keloid skin. And then they had the surgery and, they stay down in Miami for a few days. Then they get home, they start to heal. And now you got to your scar ain't healing correctly. And you wondering why. Did you tell the doctor that you keloid? And guess how they have to treat keloids? Steroids. Yeah, steroids. So just, if you're going to do anything, do it the right way. But Stormy, I would say go for a consultation. Most consultations at a plastic surgeon are free. And ask the plastic surgeon, what do you think? I'm like, I want something to happen with my forehead. I want a little dig for my forehead. I don't want no surgery where I'm, pulling my face back and shit, eyes looking like this and whatnot. I just want a little bang. And the doctor can tell you, well, we can give you this or we can give you that. Like I said, I just get Juvederm right through here. Hold on, let me take off these glasses. Ah, right through here. I can't even see you all. Right through here. He hits me right through here. It only takes he does the shit so fast. I'd be like, oh my God, Dr. Kim, that was fast. And I'd be like, that was quick. She'd be like, yeah, it's like you look great, Roxy. And then I leave. But, also know that it lasts a long time, depending on what the doctor tells you, Stormy. And always ask the doctor, be like, don't let him just tell you anything. Be like, if he be like, oh, well, you know, maybe you can use a little such and such up there, a little Botox. Be like, how long that lasts? And he be like, oh, that's good for, let's just say he say 3 months. Be like, what's the other options? Go with the option that lasts the longest. That's why I get Juvederm, because that shit lasts about a year, year and a half. hmm It lasts. I just be running around here. I tell you, and since I lost weight, I think the weight been going to my nose. I don't know. It's just really weird. But when I was a little bit more pleasantly plump and my face was fat, I still had those motherfuckers right there. But he took care of that. And when he did it, I really did look like a boiled egg. My face is just, it was cute though. But yeah, go with the one that lasts the longest. The one that lasts the longest, usually the most expensive. But it's better to spend the money and have longevity than to get something that's short term. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Get one that lasts the longest, you know, just a little price. Um, I mean, it depends. Oh, hold on, y'all. I got a little itch in my head right here. Oh, when she put my weave in, put this net on my head, and my nails can't get in between the net. I got this rat tail comb with a silver steel tip. I put that motherfucker in between that net, and I be going to town on my head. Ooh. But I did wash my weave the other day. I washed it. Was it day before yesterday? It smells. Oh, it just smells so great. But just yeah, ask the doctor and do your own investigating online. Look up online, like in your state, what is the cost? How much do they charge? You know what I mean? And if you want it, get it. And don't let no one tell you any different. You know, my sister just got her eyeliner tattooed. Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm seriously, my sister got microblading for her eyebrows. And I was like, damn, your fucking eyebrows look good. All the fuck, I didn't even know. I was like, your eyebrows look good all the motherfucking time. She was just like, girl, I got my eyebrows microbladed. I was like, what? But I think you got to go every 6 months for maintenance. So that's twice a year. Well, yeah, twice a year, but you got to find a good person to do it. The shit looks so good. And it don't look like they just drawn on. You know how those motherfuckers be having those bold ass eyebrows? Those motherfuckers be sitting there like that. You know, they don't look like that. They look real natural and shit. And I was thinking about getting those. Cause I can't I feel like I can't see enough of my eyebrow. And yeah, I could just take a pencil and do it, but I don't want to. It's about $600, but it lasts. She trying to talk you into the eyeliner. I don't know about that eye shit, man. I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to you. I don't The most you gonna let fuck with me with my eyes is me putting on some eyelashes. Okay? What you need eyeliner for? You could just put the eyeliner on yourself. You know, just put the eyeliner on yourself. Don't have nobody tattooing around your eyes. You know, fuck that shit. Mm-mm. Now, you want to give microblading for your eyebrows? I'd be like, yeah, you know, anything above the eyebrow and above is cool. Between that eye, hell no. Don't fuck with my eye. Don't fuck with my eyes like that. Ain't nobody got time. And because you get an infection from the tattooing, you know, and then I don't know if you got tattoos, you get a tattoo and you know the tattoo gotta dry and shit like that. Do you really need permanent eyeliner? If anything, I would get like the lip tint, you know, where all you gotta do is like put on some lip gloss, clear lip gloss and go. You know, a lot of chicks are doing that. I seen a video. This chick was getting this chick was getting the lip tint, and then she was getting it tattooed. But she had some veneers. I don't know where they got these veneers, and if I can find a video, I will post it. This girl got some veneers. I got, oh my God, sorry. This girl got some veneers on her mouth. You know, there's the chiclets, the little chiclets. Then there's the big chiclets. That shit was in her mouth, and that bitch teeth looked bucked. And then her teeth big, and then it had them like do lips, and it just looked ridiculous. It looked ridiculous. Right, the lip tint looks good. Lip tint looks real good. You said looking like bat wings. Nah, Black Diamond, you know what that be? It be those chicks who get those motherfucking eyelashes. I gotta take out my glasses. Those girls, well, this eyebrows. But those eyelashes be like this. And they just be so long. And, you know, when I go get my nails done, I be in there and I might let them do my my eyelashes from time to time. But these girls be in there and they be getting these long ass eyelashes. I'm like, you know that shit look crazy, right? And they think that shit look really, really cute. When I like these lashes I have on right now, you see how short they are? This is a natural length of lashes. 'Cause don't nobody's eyelashes grow like that but camels. That's that's it. Only motherfucker and elephants. Elephants and camels have long eyelashes. You're not supposed to wear your eyelashes that long. You know what? All it takes is one of these rap chicks to put those long ass eyelashes on, and everybody thought that shit was cute. That shit's for theatrics. You know what I mean? Bitch, you're not an actress. You're not even an entertainer. No sort. You ain't a singer. You ain't on Broadway. You don't play the piano. You doing mime. You don't do nothing. Why your motherfucking got long? Why? I mean eyelashes. Your dog got sprayed by a skunk. This is the third time you're sick of it. Oh man, what you have to do to get sprayed by a skunk? Ain't it something you could put on the skunk? I mean, on the dog to help with that smell. I swore I seen something. Maddie, if a dog gets sprayed by a skunk, what do they put on the dog? Tomato juice. My baby's so motherfucking smart. My daughter is just a fucking genius. Y'all see that? My daughter said tomato juice. I guess tomato juice counteracts skunk smell. The average person does not have that human eyelash mites. Oh, you just made me just want to itch. And that's it too. That's it too. Because when you get your lashes that long, you're supposed to get like mascara brushes, but you supposed to get like go buy a bunch of them, and you supposed to like take those the eyelash brush, and you supposed to go through your eyelashes every day. Like when you in the shower and they get wet, you know, you let put a little tiny bit of soap, and you just because you got to keep them clean. That because if you don't keep them clean, you can get those mites, and it's bitches walking around with bugs in their eyelashes, man. That shit's nasty. Oh, that just got my head itching more now. Oh, I wear hair weave, but when I wash my weave, or when Shiki washes my hair, that's right, you live up in the mountains. I'm sorry, baby. I be forgetting. I like when I washed my hair the other day. I washed it with my Dr. Bonner's Magic Peppermint Soap. But then I have a thing of sea breeze. It's about this big. I bought a squirt bottle. I have it in a squirt bottle, and it got one of those little pointy tips on it, like my pen. And I put that shit up to my head, and I put that sea breeze in my head just to kill any dust. And y'all see a bitch be sneezing and shit. So, if people just don't be doing shit. Like, I don't know. That shit just not cute. And Black Diamond, thanks for making me itch right now. Cause motherfuckers really do be having those long ass eyelashes on. I was in the car one day at a light, and I looked over. Just a quick glance. The car next to me, the chick was driving. So there was a passenger seat, right? That motherfucker's eyelashes. That bitch eyelashes about this motherfucking long. And she's sitting there, and I could tell they was long because they was sticking out this far. I shouldn't be able to see your motherfucking eyelashes from my car. I shouldn't be able to see your eyelashes from my car. That shit was weird. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, this bitch eyelashes long as hell. And she just thought she was really doing it. I'm like, you know, and don't get me wrong, I don't knock nobody's shit, but I knock your shit, especially when it's just ridiculous. Maybe I just got a little bit too old and crotchety and shit. But then you got the people be like, but she wear hair wigs, and that's very European. Contraire, mon frere. No. Mm-mm. Once again, started by people of color. The people over in Africa long before we got here. People used to use animal hair and make things to adorn their heads. Okay? Egyptians used to get wigs made, especially if you was a rich Egyptian, like a Cleopatra or King Tut or Ramses or somebody, you know? And you know what they'll do? They shave their heads. They shave their head. They be as bald as a newborn baby. And they would have their hairdressers make them wigs out of horsehair, whatever they could find to make, whatever those motherfuckers was making wigs back then. They were making men and women wigs. You know why they did that? You know why? You know why? The women and men would shave their heads because of lice. They didn't want to be sitting around scratching and shit, so they just shaved their head. And they would have somebody make them a wig. Men wore wigs and everything. It was about hygiene. And the women, you know, Cleopatra and them, they put on their long flowing wigs with their little crown and shit, you know, and they wanted hair, you know. Everybody don't look cute with short hair. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And everybody don't look good with super long hair. But it be some motherfuckers, they hair be short and you be like, the fuck? You bald head to the motherfucker, girl. You know, when your homegirl look like a dude, you can't differentiate. You need little hair. You know, Cleopatra was running around Egypt bald headed. That's why she had wigs. Everybody want to be like, oh, that's European. It's not. It started in Africa. We start everything great. It just happened to be that the Asians got a hold of it and perfected it. You know, but yeah. And look at all the wonderful hairdos we have. We got all of that. So in this Black History Month, don't let nobody tell you, oh, you shouldn't get braids, you shouldn't get weave, you shouldn't get this, you shouldn't get that. If you want it, get it. If you want hair to go all the way down to your ass, 40 inches, get it. You want braids so bad, you want braids, baby, get them. Even if you just feel like liberating yourself and cutting your hair. Now, my grandmother had a lot of hair, but when my grandmother got older, she had a little afro. It was so cute. It was so cute. She would call it her wedding goat. You know, if you want to do a big chop, do it. Liberate yourself. You know, yeah, lice are gross. Ew, I've never heard. Okay. Oil on my was so curly and long. She had to keep it under control. Yeah, and your mama probably put oil in your hair because you know some one of the kids at school could get lice. But you know, I ain't trying to be mean and shit. We only had like 4 or 5 white kids in the school. I grew up with them, still know them to this day. So technically they black now, but they didn't have no lice. But some kids, you know, white folks, you know, people with that different type of hair, you know, they can get those lice. And I don't know why. Oh, that shit making me itch, y'all. Ugh, ugh. Yeah, white kids get lice. I be like, damn, how that happen? When I was living in New York, my oldest boy, the one who turned 35, he came home from school with a note, and the note said one of the kids in the classroom had head lice, and we need to take precautions. I said, we need to take precautions. The fuck we need to take precautions for? I told my son, come here, let me look in your head. I looked through his head, and I had this little bitty ass, you know, the little bitty baby combs. And I'm looking through his head. That boy didn't have no lice in his head. But one of those, oh, y'all see, that made me itch. That made me itch. But one of those kids, one of those little kids, and he said when he went back to school the next day, I was like, what kid wasn't in school today? And he told me the little boy's name. I was like, he was the one who had the bugs on. You don't have money for that. It's extremely expensive. Roxy, depends on what type of braid you want. It just depends on what type of braid you want. But it's a good protective style, and then you wouldn't have to worry about your hair. You know what I mean? Or my mom kept oil in my hair because, yeah, you could have caught it. Yeah, your mama did the right thing. She put a little oil in your hair. Those lights don't like no oil, you know. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know y'all probably gonna be grossed out. I got a girlfriend that I grew up with, right? Right here in Chicago. I'm not gonna tell y'all her name. Hey, Sparkle, because she might not want people to know her name. But anyway, she met a guy, right? And he was of Middle Eastern descent, and they got married. And she lived over in Saudi Arabia. She started a business. Guess what the business is? She delices motherfuckers' hair. She delices motherfuckers' hair. She has a business in Saudi Arabia. And she delices motherfuckers' hair. And she get paid good money for that. And she done posted like on her Facebook when she would be doing it. I'm like, I know you lying, this motherfucker ain't got this. And these motherfuckers really be having like a lot of them. I'm like, how you sleep? When I go to sleep at night, I have to put my weave up. I make sure it's like, I don't even want a hair touching my face. So I couldn't imagine just something cross. But she made good money over in Saudi Arabia, delicing motherfuckers. Because that's a real fucking thing. That's a real thing. When I seen that shit, I hopped in her inbox. I was like, girl, what are you doing? What you doing fucking with these people's heads? They got bugs. She just said, Roxanne, this is my business. I delight people's hair. I'm like, well, I be damned. That shit's scary. That shit's scary. Just to, ooh, I ain't even gonna front. I cut all my motherfucking hair off my head. You ain't gotta delice me. I'm gonna cut everything off. I take this weave off, I get in the shower, and I get those water razors, and I go to I'll be around this motherfucker looking like Sigourney Weaver off fucking Aliens 2. I cut all that shit off my head. Fuck that. This bitch looking like Jake, I would be just mortified. Mortified. You just gotta be. Well, black folks. Just don't know if lights like our hair or not. I don't know if they like our hair. Oh, but anybody can get crabs. Black people, white people, Mexicans, Asians. It don't make a difference. Crabs is non-discriminating. They'll eat on your ass. Mm. I'll never forget. I was in boarding school. I went to St. Mary's Academy. One of my roommates had crabs. She brought crabs back home. She brought crabs back to school after coming home for a weekend. Laid up with some little boy who had crabs. And, we would be sitting on each other's beds and shit. And I come out, me, my other two roommates, plus the girl who had crabs, she gave everyone crabs. Yep. I was like, why am I itching? And she told us she had crabs. But I was young. I thought, hell, I felt like if black folks didn't get lice, we couldn't get crabs. I was like, bitch, don't you ever sit on my bed. Ever. Ever. I was like, that shit is gross. I was like, no. Huh? And come find out her little boyfriend gave her crabs, which meant, and I would be sitting on her bed too. Ugh. This shit just got me itchy. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is fucked up. And that's when I'm not gonna sit here in front. That's when I started shaving. I refuse to have any hair. I don't need shit biting me. I don't even like mosquitoes. I didn't know. I was like 15, 16 years old. I didn't know about all that shit, you know. And I'm at boarding school. I went to boarding school my sophomore year. So I didn't know about nothing like that, you know. It was horrible. It was horrible, horrible. It was tragic. Oh, but I mean shit. We done talked about head lice, mites in your eyelashes, crabs. We just talk about everything in the motherfucking lady lounge. It's a peaceful place. Well, yeah, Stormy, if you want to get that done, consult a doctor, a licensed plastic surgeon, or a licensed anesthetician. You know, don't just give these motherfuckers your money. Investigate, find out what works well for you, and what fits your pockets. And if you go get it done, let me see the outcome. Let me see your before and after. I like getting my Juvederm injections. It makes me feel good. You know, but like I said before, a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't need this and I don't want that. And some people want it. Some people want a lot of little enhancements to their self. And guess what? They don't get them. You know why? Because some people just can't afford that shit. That's like those motherfuckers who go down to the Panama and shit and get those big ass teeth put in their mouth. I just feel like if you're gonna get something, don't take don't take a shortcut when it comes down to your body. If you have to pay a little extra, pay a little extra. Get the shit done right. Go through a doctor. Go through someone reputable. You know. That's that's basically it. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want to be able to see it. I feel like any woman who has good credit, you got a little coin, you know what I mean? Your bills all taken care of, and you see something that you might not like, and you can get it taken care of, get it taken care of. Oh, yes, please hit the like button, people. Even people in the bushes. I really appreciate it. Don't be an asshole. But yeah, but what I noticed is more, it seems like more men are getting back to women with natural bodies. You know, I don't know where, I think it happened in music, where not just music, just video vixens and video girls and everyone thinking that everyone wants a big ass. Really be make fucking chicks up. They go get a big ass. They got all these niggas wanting them and shit. Then they get with a guy and then he leaves her for a chick with no ass. Then they be like, what? What? And I've seen it happen. You know, the motherfuckers just really think a big ass will keep them. Motherfucker don't roll over in the morning and look at your butt. Motherfuckers would much rather roll over and wake up to a, a pretty face than a butt. Thank you, Black Diamond. That would probably be too much like right for them to do. You petty. You petty. But yeah, You know, like I said, I'm all for enhancements, but I don't believe in overdoing it. Over, you know, overdoing it isn't cute with surgery. You know, there's some celebrities that have had their faces cut into, and you know, they're unrecognizable. You know, you're like, who in the fuck is that? You know, even if you get like a slight lift. But when motherfuckers just start getting chins and you getting cheek implants and all that other shit, and you getting shit shaved and chiseled down, that's just too much. A little Juvederm will do you just fine. It will do you just fine. Like this just ugh. My mother had a friend. I'm not even joking. She was a flight attendant. So she was on her feet a lot. Do you know she had 8 of her toe bones removed? The only 2 toe bones that she kept were her toe bones and her big toes. All the other toes, I don't know if maybe I don't know if she kept the pinky, but those toes in the middle between the big toe and the pinky, bitch had the bones removed. How I found out, I was probably about 10 years old, okay? I was about 10, and I remember because I always like been a nosy little motherfucker. So I was a nosy kid. So I remember ear hustling on her and my mama's conversation. And my mama, like, they were sitting up in the living room and we had how our place was set up. I could like dip around the corner and be like, let's and my mama got up to go somewhere like to the bathroom or to the kitchen. And I went in there and I was like, I was like, you got your toes cut off. And she was like, no. She's like, I got the bones taken out. And being a child, I was like, can I see it? And she's like, she showed me and her feet look regular. And she said, touch my toe. And I touched it and there was no bone. It was just squishy. I was like, whoa. I just looked at her like, and I heard my mama coming and I got up and ran. And I think she told my mama, because my mama was like, you don't be asking people those sorts of questions. And I'm just like, sorry, I guess. I don't know. But she had her toe bones removed. People be doing, but like I said, she was on her feet. You know what I mean? Maybe her other toes, and flight attendants back in the days had to wear a little heel and shit. So, maybe her feet was hurting. But I was just like, whoa. Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? There's motherfuckers out here getting ribs taken out so they could have more of an eye. Don't take my rib out. Don't take my rib out. I don't need to be shaped like an hourglass. Everybody, everybody wasn't born to be shaped like an hourglass. Kept a big toe. Yeah, she kept a big toe bone. Everybody ain't meant to be shaped like an hourglass. Some women just naturally got bodies, where they natural big titties, small waist, hips, ass, legs. You know, some women just built up like that. 9 times out of 10, they grandmamas was built like that. That's just genetic, you know. But everybody don't be shaped like that, you know. And then motherfuckers go get those big old booties. You gonna get all one day. Gravity takes a toll. That big booty will drop, and then you just sitting around here with this big old ass, and you 60 years old. I'd rather be 60 with a flat stomach. But Black Diamond, I've seen you. You're not fat, you know. And if you came in the world, you was just a big baby, but you not fat. You know what I mean? It's just some women out here who are shapely. People don't come in the you can come in the world as a big baby, but then you get bigger cause you be eating too much and shit like that. They say BBLs stink. You know, I heard that too. And my theory with BBLs is this. If you was accustomed to just having an average butt, you grew up knowing how to wash that average size ass. 11 pounds, 5 ounces. Wow. You were a big baby. You was just a big baby. That's all. You wasn't fat. Big old healthy country baby. Shit. You know, women had babies big back in the days. And as time changed and food circumstances changed, babies got smaller. Back in the days, babies was 8, 9, and 10, and apparently 11 pounds. You know, my husband's nephew's wife has 10, 11-pound babies. She got 7 kids. All her kids was 10 pounds. Every last one of them. And that bitch about this motherfucking big. I don't know how she do it. And they all natural birth. Motherfucker don't get no epidurals or nothing. I'm like, you a beast. But so back to the stinky butt thing. You had a 9-pound baby boy. My first child, he was a big baby. Hell, I had to have a cesarean. I was just like, they were like, he's not gonna come out. I was like, what you mean? They were like, his shoulders were broad. They were like, nah. Like, we're gonna have to do a cesarean. I was like, okay, do what you gotta do. But no. So these women grew up with regular size butts. Then, you know, they run around, 3 of them. Wow. 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 Hey, a hero. Nah, you know, these women start these other women getting all this attention with those big butts. And they be like, oh, I got enough fat on my stomach. I get this sucked out and this gonna be my new. Then they get and they get here and they don't know how to wash that big booty properly because they didn't grow up with a big booty. Hey Tiara. They didn't grow up with a big booty. Now, if you had a big ass all your life, you know how to wash that big ass. When you coming in the game in your mid-20s or 30s, getting a big ass, you know, you gotta learn how to you gotta learn new shit. You gotta learn how to wash that big motherfucker. Both of us said the same thing about BBLs. Yeah. I done watched a few videos of some gentlemen talking about, you know, chick get to their house, you know, they gonna hang out with a lady and you know, they might get ready to do something and she come.
Well, where the other chocolate cake at? There was 2.
One of them was mine.
I only got 1 bite of it though.
Where's your other cake? It's sitting by the microwave.
Oh, yeah.
You better oh, I'm gonna kill your brother if he ate it. Hold on, y'all. We gotta go check on something. Where's your chocolate cake, Maddie? Who ate her chocolate cake? It was sitting right there. Where my coffee is, that chocolate cake was sitting right there.
The jury finds the suspect guilty of
Alex, you lying, bro. Just because you make a whole pizza don't mean you won't eat it. Aston's been asleep for hours. He has to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's mine.
Well, I need some.
You can eat some. Alex,
Or ask my dad.
no, because me and your dad shared that piece of chocolate cake that I took in the room.
Right, so it should be another one.
No, Alex. You're lying. Wait, you better.
All right, Mom.
I didn't eat it. I didn't eat it at all.
I'm sorry, Alex. I'm sorry. Mama's sorry. But now you eating oatmeal. Clean this shit up. Hey.
No, I never thought it was.
Yes, you did.
I thought it was Aston or Alex that he was.
Alex, clean this shit up.
Like, bro, this chicken is
Like, wipe everything down.
sitting in the room, bro.
And you're hearing me chastise your brother about the chocolate cake.
That's my bad, bro.
Do not eat these. These are mine. Oh, you want to eat these?
Yeah.
What about your bag with your noodles in it?
They're bulldog spicy, man. Spicy.
Alex, clean up.
I made this one.
Okay. But Alex, this is. You all Maddie, put the thing up.
Got you.
That's not funny, Aspen. You had me angry with your brother.
Nah, because low key,
I
hold on before you say anything. I low key took it thinking that maybe, just maybe, I was supposed to have it. Seeing as Madison was nominated earlier.
Yeah, I bought her chocolate cake because she said she's been having a chocolate craving.
So,
You can eat some of that strawberry shortcake.
nah, that's fine.
No, you can.
Nah.
Here, Aspen.
Your messy ass.
Aspen, seriously. I bought the strawberry shortcake so you could have some. Why do you think I bought 3 things?
Come on, son.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, son.
Heartbroken.
Aspen,
But,
I bought it because I knew you wanted strawberry shortcake.
and I appreciate that. I don't want anything right now.
All right, then get out the kitchen, bro. Get out the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay, can you
Serve my mama, bro. Get out.
can you please rinse this down? No. No, because he was in there hearing me fuss about that.
No, I wasn't. The moment
No.
He had on his cell phone.
Okay, Maddie, stop. The water's very hot.
Mom, I know how to wash the dish.
I didn't say you didn't know how to wash dishes.
Yeah. Like, why did you? Hey, this is my question. Why did you have it in here?
Who put this bottle over here? Oh my God. Did you drink my apple juice?
No. Literally. Scout Summer. I haven't drank no apple juice. I barely drank some water today. Like, please.
I know it was Alex. He get blamed for everything.
Yeah, girl was getting mad.
He was getting hot. Like, don't ball your fist up, Arthur. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, huh? Don't ask me am I good. Fuck is wrong with you? Your Aunt Black Diamond said hi. Wash this knife. That shit's not funny.
the part that's killing me is that the media in one of my videos stopped playing. I'm hearing y'all just yammering.
I'm not yammering. I was trying to solve the mystery of the missing chocolate cake. Put the knife in a sheet and put it in the drawer. You all know I do not like seeing anything in the kitchen. Oh, use that new pink stuff we bought to clean the dishes. And make sure the sink is clean. Maddie, you're a trouble starter. Did you drink my apple juice?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking. You gotta ask around here.
Nobody said you was a liar, bro.
Alex, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right, bro.
Did you drink my apple juice though? Keep it 100 with that. Okay. See? Okay, Albert. Okay. No, I didn't. Oh my God. Sorry, son. It's all fun and games at the Johnson house. The only reason why I thought Alex did it is because Alex, my oldest love child. Okay, Black Dad. Alex will eat some shit and then he'll say he didn't eat it. And that makes me mad because he does that. And then when we ask him, we so used to him saying he didn't eat it. And then we find out that he did eat it. And there's just certain little things that are mine. Like he just made a pizza 2 hours ago. He ate a whole home run in pizza. Why is he eating 2 things of oatmeal right now? Yeah, it's 2:34 in the morning, but you just ate a pizza. When is he going back to St. Louis? When he going back home? We ain't got no more juice. We don't be having shit to be matching sometimes. Oh. And then he got the nerve to get upset when you question him about some shit. But he one of those people. Like when we go to this place, it's like a place where we buy our juice and whatnot. It's called Overwhite's. And when we go to Overwhite's, I always get 2 cottage cheeses because I like cottage cheese. It's like it could be like a late night snack, like maybe 3 or 4 spoonfuls. It ties me over till I go get something to eat in the morning. Alex can eat a whole tub by himself. And see, the other thing is, y'all see, I just asked him, did he drink my apple juice? He said, yeah, because you said I could drink it. You a motherfucking lie. We never had that conversation. And you know how I know we didn't have that conversation? I'm going to tell you how I know we didn't have that conversation. I bought a case of Martinelli's apple juice, okay? About a month or 2 ago. I put a few of them in the refrigerator. Thank you, Black Diamond. I put a few of them in the refrigerator. The rest of the case I put under my bed. Swear to God, I just found the case last week with it was 5 apple juices left because those are the ones that I didn't put in the refrigerator. So I know I didn't tell him he could drink my motherfucking apple juice. Period. I didn't tell you that. Who? I ain't got no more ginger ale. All the Overwhite juice is gone. He drank my last apple juice. But then you want to get upset because I thought you was lying about the chocolate cake. Because he get down like that. He the type who would take your bag of Doritos, say he didn't eat it, and then have like Dorito dust around his mustache and shit. And things like that make me mad. We not savages over here when it come down to food, because we got plenty of food. But when you go buy something, a specialty something, like my yogurts, nobody can eat my yogurt. Don't eat my yogurt. There's 2 cottage cheeses. Alex, you can have 1. If you finish yours, don't open mine. I can eat a whole plain vanilla cheesecake, but I don't. Right. I just be getting my little things, and I don't like sharing them. I don't like sharing them. Y'all see Maddie couldn't find and Aston had Maddie's chocolate cake in his room. He had just ate some of it. What did Maddie do? She gonna open up my strawberry shortcake because she needs something sweet. So you just gonna open up my shit. Ask me. These kids be on some bald head whole shit around here sometimes. And then Alex on it. Get upset. Boy, I don't give a fuck about you being upset. And the worst place to get into an argument with motherfucker is in the kitchen. Cause I poke your ass. But, you know, you want an original Chicago cheesecake. Well, when you come here, Black Diamond, we would definitely get you one. And hell, you can order a Eli's cheesecake off of a company called Gold Belly, and they ship it straight from Chicago. Gold Belly. You can order all sorts of shit on Gold Belly. That shit come frozen in a box, like a freezer box that's packed in like dry ice and shit inside of another box. It's called Gold Belly. Look it up. GOLDBELLY. If you all just want some late night looking at shit, go on the Gold Belly. GOLDBELLY. You know how the best lobster rolls are up in like Maine and shit like that, and then good blue crabs are here, and good lobster is here. Well, my ear itch. In this website, Blue Gold Belly, you can order food from restaurants, popular restaurants that aren't in your state, and they will ship that shit to you. Yeah. That's where I be like ordering like my boudin and stuff, or if I want crawfish, like I'll order them and they'll ship them, and they ship them from Louisiana. If I want a po' boy, they send the sandwich. It's not made, but they send the po' boy bread, the shrimp. But they don't send like the lettuce and stuff like that. But they'll send like you the remoulade. It's called Gold Belly, y'all. Go look at it. Y'all gonna be like, I hate this bitch. I can't stand her. Cause I'm gonna cost you some money. Okay, I'm an expensive bitch, but I'm gonna cost you some money. So go look at Gold Belly, you all. You all are gonna be really not happy with me. You're not. Cause y'all gonna be seeing shit on there and you're gonna be like, oh, I went somewhere and I had this. And y'all gonna wanna order it. Just like Black Diamond, gonna go on there and look for Eli's cheesecake. Go to Gold Belly, go on a little search thing. It says desserts. I think it might be another drop box, and I think it might say cheesecake. They have a cake on Gold Belly. It's like a 6-7 layer chocolate cake. The motherfucker about this, one slice about this tall. I bought one. I bought one during COVID for the holidays. Let me tell y'all, I was ordering shit because we was stuck in the house. You know what I mean? I was ordering shit from Gold Belly left and right. One day we eating Maine lobster. Next day we eating lobster rolls. Next day I was ordering gumbo. Literally, like this is homemade gumbo wherever the restaurant is from. They freeze that shit and ship it. Eating like a motherfucker. Motherfucker got plump during fucking C-19. Boy, this motherfucker fat as hell. Cause all we could do is eat. Couldn't go out in the world. So I found Gold Belly. And y'all know how I found Gold Belly? Damn telephone. Scrolling through Facebook. And I just seen it. It was little, you know how they had a little advertisement. I clicked on it. And I was like, lobster roll, such and such. They got restaurants from New York, restaurants down in Florida. It's crazy. Go check it out. Gold Belly. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later, and you'll also be mad at me. But it's fine. You'll love me in the morning, okay? Um, and the prices ain't bad. It just depends on what you're getting. Um, the lobsters, lobster tails and shit like that, they can get a little high, but the shit's like, you want a real Maine lobster tail? It's fresh frozen, but that's where it's coming from. It tastes different. I'm telling y'all. See, a lot of people think, you get, they say fresh. That shit don't be fresh, because if it's like salmon or Chilean sea bass, that shit gotta be brought in from other places, especially if you live in the Midwest. Only place you getting fresh seafood, fresh, Maine, New York, like anything that's on the coast, Miami, Louisiana, California, Seattle. Anything that runs on the side of water. We don't got no good fish in Lake Michigan. Hell, we're gonna have some shit. I don't know what we have in Lake Michigan. And then the next big body of water is like the Mississippi. So you got like catfish in there, grouper, shit like that. Bass, but like shrimp and shit like that. That's in a different type of water. So if you getting it in the Midwest, unless it's flown in fresh, like they caught it today and they put it on a plane and it made it to you in a few hours. Oh yes, and they have Maryland crabs. They got Maryland crabs on that Gold Belly. Oop, Black Diamond already done went on it, y'all. See? Cheesecake, $79 plus tax-free shipping. Shipping better be free. The motherfucking cake, $79. But it's an Eli's cheesecake. You just get it for yourself, girl. And you be in the house one day, you done cleaned up, did all your laundry, you done ran all your errands and shit. You take you a good shower, girl, and get in front of your motherfucking TV with that cheesecake and dirty work that motherfucker. Dirty work that bitch. And Stormy, if you want some good Maryland crabs, they got them on there. They got everything on there. Mm-hmm. I just say if you want it, buy it. Yeah. I love Gold Belly. I really do. Ooh, and y'all know what else they be having? They be having all sorts of like rolls and shit. It's a dangerous website. But we grown. And if you want to eat something and you want to buy it. I'm all for you buying it. I want you to be happy, y'all. I want y'all to be happy. And sometimes happiness costs, $79.95 plus tax. But if that's what you want and that's what makes you happy, God damn it, buy you a fucking cheesecake and call me and curse me out later, Black Diamond. And I'm sorry I showed you Gold Belly. Our friends bring us crab and shrimp and oysters. Oh, mm, mm, mm. I ain't got no friends like that. You bragging now, Stormy? You bragging? I wish. Mm. I can't get a motherfucker. Motherfuckers go places and I be like, oh, you're going there, bring me back. And then they go and then I know they coming back and shit. So because you know people be all over social media, like at the airport, and I will text them, be like, bitch, did you get my such and such? Damn, I forgot. Cash at me back my motherfucking money. Cash at me my money. How could you forget? That's like when they used to sell white Hennessy and motherfuckers would go down to the islands and shit. And I'd be like, bring me some white Hennessy back. And they would forget. I'd be like, see, the devil is a lie. Now they sell white Hennessy in the States. I knew a chick who was going down to the islands and she was buying white Hennessy and she was bringing those bottles back, selling for $110 a bottle. They fucked her up. Now you could just go to your local liquor store and buy white Hennessy. Sorry, it's $85.95. Okay, get it. And guess what, Black Diamond? Real shit. You don't even have to eat the whole motherfucking. It comes frozen. Just get you a good butcher knife and cut it in pieces, right? Cut it in little triangles while it's still frozen. Wrap each little triangle in some parchment paper and wrap it in foil and then put it in a Ziploc bag. And then as you want some cheesecake, you could just pull it out. Like when you get up in the morning and have your coffee, pull it out and set it on the counter. It'll defrost by lunch. And now you got you some cheesecake, girl. I mean, I'm probably not the right person to ask, even tell, because I'm going to try to tell you to buy it. You're not going to sit and eat no whole cheesecake. Just when it get there, cut it. Even with it being a frozen cheesecake, it's still going to cut easy. Cut it in a bunch of little squares, wrap it in parchment paper, wrap it in some foil, and drop them all in a Ziploc bag and put them back in the freezer. That way, as you want them, as you want to eat them, you just pull it out, Mm-mm-mm. And I was going to have some oysters, 2 weeks ago when my husband and I went out for dinner? But I didn't get any oysters. I had snow king crab legs and calamari, and it was good. It was so good. But what I really want, but you gotta wait till the season. I want some soft shell crabs. Because what I do is I want and put the rest in the deep freezer. You do have sweet potato. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm telling you. No, but I'm waiting for the soft shell crab season so I can get some. Because what I do is I go, and they're hard to find. I get some soft shell crab, and I wash them, and they soft. And I bread them and I pan fry them, and I serve them on like a brioche bun with arugula, a slice of heirloom tomato, a few slices of red onion, and some remoulade on that. You're talking some good eating. You're talking some good eating. But you can only get soft shell crabs a certain time of year. You love soft shell crabs too. You gotta get them a certain time of year, like when they molten or something. I guess when they shedding their old shell, and you gotta snatch them up. But shit, when I lived, where was I at? Was I in New York? And motherfuckers used to go clamming or crabbing out on the beach. Motherfuckers used to have like little bonfires and they would be out there boiling seafood and shit. I was like, was it clamming or crabbing? I think it might have been crabbing. I don't know. It wasn't crabbing. I don't know, I don't remember what it was, but they would do all sorts of seafood out there because the motherfucker sat on the ocean. But I got friends who told me they go places and they be like doing like real fishing, like catching big ass fish and cooking them. And I was like, I ain't been fishing in a long time. I haven't been clamming or crabbing. You go crabbing, that's what it is. So how do you crab? Like, would you just throw one of those baskets with the net on it and then just wait until like the crabs come in it? I don't know nothing about that. I just know how to do a little fishing, you know. Anything past that, you know, it's a little bit too much for me. But y'all know I used to live in Seattle and there was this place there and it's called Pikes Market, Pikes Peak Market. And I ain't never, ever in my life seen that much fish. You use chicken as bait. What? We gotta talk about that. We don't got no good fancy fishing here in Chicago. And if you go down the Chicago River and you go fishing, you can catch the fish, but you gotta put them back. It's something about the ecosystem and shit. I feel like if I'm sitting here and I catch a fish, I want to take that motherfucker home and scale it and clean it and cut the head off and cook it. They want you to throw the motherfucker back. That's why I don't go fishing here. You get chicken on a string. What? Long road and get to catch it. Shut up. Hey, hi, honey. The Pikes Place Market. I said Pikes Peak. Yes, that shit is crazy. I ain't never seen no shit. I only went there twice. Hello. These clowns is crazy as fuck. How you doing, baby? How you doing? How you doing? Man, as fuck know what I'm talking about, man. That place is big. And when the first time I was ever in there, I went with my aunt because my aunt lived up there. I was just getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say that. They be throwing these fish and motherfuckers catch them in like some paper. They wrap that shit up and give it to you. I was like, what be damn. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. And they got so they got so many snow king crab legs. They got clams. They got razor clams. They got oysters. They got fish, all sorts of fish. Fish I ain't never even heard of. And it's busy as hell in there. And then they got other little stations, with other things, not just seafood, little specialty things. It's very what is the word I can use? It's very overwhelming going in there because it's just like your brain start clicking. You like, ooh, and I can cook this, and I can cook this, and I can cook this, and it. You be done went in there like I'm only gonna spend like $50. It'd be like $200 later. But I suggest that people go up there and visit. Seattle is absolutely positively beautiful. Go visit. I it's crazy. It's crazy. I like things like that. I like going places that have food. You know, that's that's the husky girl in me. But I like to cook too. I don't know what Chicago would do with a place like Pikes. Shit. But I like Seattle. I do. I lived there almost a year with my aunt. It was crazy. We lived on a nuclear submarine base. And this is before I married my first husband. It was just military motherfucker everywhere. And me and my aunt used to go to this. We would hit a few bars. We would go over to Tacoma and shit. But we would. There was this one bar. It was in the town where my aunt's husband was stationed. That motherfucker was called the Night Shift. It was called the Night Shift. And I remember me and my aunt were in there, and I had been there about 2 times with her. Third time, how come I got into a fight? And it wasn't even my fight. It was a fight. Oh wow. Okay. My aunt, some chick, her and my aunt, I guess they had been friends, and they friendship had fell out. Bremerton, that's where we were. That's where we were. Oh my God, it's fuck. I love living up there, man. I really did. I really enjoyed living up there. It was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. And we could see Mount Rainier. It was really, really nice. And then I got my own apartment for a little while, and I think it sat on a body of water, and I could see seals sometimes, dolphins, or one of them, or whales swimming past, like Puget Sound or some shit. And that was the first time I ever rode on a ferry, because we could take the ferry. You could put the car on the ferry and take the ferry from Bremerton over to Seattle. It was really nice. And I remember going to SeaTac Airport. Yeah, I really loved it there. It's just really nice. It was like kind of laid back and funky and hippie-ish, you know what I mean? I was like, I like this. I like this. hmm But yeah, so my aunt, her and this chick, I guess they had been cool. And I don't know, I don't remember, it was a shit, my son like 30 some years old. Wait a minute. It's called King County. He was on the Sound. Puget Sound, I think. I think that was the name of it. It was so pretty. I had a fireplace in my apartment and everything. But let me get back to this fight at this bar called the Night Shift. So I guess my aunt and this chick, it fell out. And they really weren't saying anything to each other. You know, we would be in the bar, she'd be on one side of the bar, we'd be on the other side of the bar. And my aunt was like walking to the bar, because they had pool tables and shit in their little dance floor. And my aunt was going to the bar to get her a drink. And her and the chick like intersect each other, but the chick like shoulder checked my aunt, like, and my aunt didn't do nothing. And I seen it. And I was just like, so my aunt come back, and I'm just like that girl on that meme. I said, did she bump you on purpose? She say, yeah, she did. She was like, she said something. I was just like, you didn't say nothing to her? She was like, fuck her. I was like, okay. Cause see, my aunt is Scorpio, and I remember her being a humbugger. And I was like, okay. I was about 22, 23, somewhere around there. So the evening goes on, and then my aunt was walking to the bathroom. Her and this bitch intersect again. The bitch shoulder checked my aunt again. Wow. I was just like, okay, I'm getting upset now. My aunt come out the bathroom and I meet her at the bathroom and she coming out. I'm just like, so you just gonna, and we were in there with my aunt's friend. He was her neighbor. His name was Sean or something like that. And Sean was in the Navy. He 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 um he wore like a beige outfit. Whenever I would see him, when they would be going to work and shit, he always had like a beige uniform. And I think he was like an officer or something. I think officers wear beige. But anyway, I was just like, you just gonna let this bitch keep doing this? She was like, Rock, don't do nothing. Now my family call me Rocky. Y'all be calling me Roxy. But they call me Rocky. So I was just like, if she do this shit one more time, I was like, I'm gonna fight her. And my aunt was like, girl, you ain't gotta do all that. We not in Chicago. Ooh. I was just like, you call me Rocks. So I was just like, I'm waiting for it to pop. You know, my aunt walked over to the DJ nigga, and I think every time she seen my aunt get ready to move, she would intentionally be coming in the direction. I seen that bitch coming in my aunt's direction so she could bump her. Because my aunt went to the DJ dude to tell him, I guess she wanted to hear something. So on her way back, she was going to hit her with that shoulder again. I made it over there before she could hit my aunt with her motherfucking shoulder. And I popped that bitch in the face so motherfucking hard. I hit that bitch. She was like, oh. She was like, you better get your motherfucking niece. I was like, nah, we ain't fight. We gonna tear this motherfucker up. My aunt was like, I ain't got no money to get you out of jail. I ain't got no money to get you out of jail. But I told that bitch, I hit her. Few people seen it, and she was just like talking shit. She went over there with her friends, and my aunt was like, when we get ready to leave the night shift, they gonna want to fight outside. I was like, bitch, I'm ready. My aunt was kind of scared too. We were with her homeboy Sean, and he was an officer. I think he was an officer. And she was just like, Roxy, why'd you do that? Rocky, why you do that? Why you do that? And I was just like, because you just gonna keep letting this bitch bump on you, and you wasn't gonna do shit. And she was just like, see. But when we got outside, it was her and her friend. And it was me, Tracy, and Sean. And we were walking to the car. And she was like, so what's up, Tracy? What's up? I was like, no, I hit you. Tracy didn't hit you. No, now what's up? And she was like, now my problem with her. I was like, no, my problem with you. And your problem should be with me. I don't give a fuck what you and her have going on. You disrespected my aunt 2 times. And you thought you were going to make it a third. What's up? And she was just like, little girl, I ain't got time for you. Because my aunt and her friends, they were older than me. She like, little girl, I ain't got time for you. Bitch, I ain't nobody's little girl but my mom. I'm definitely not your motherfucking little girl. So words were getting exchanged. And we were just, motherfuckers just start walking closer and closer to each other. And she was just talking shit. And she was saying something to my aunt. It had to do something with a nigga. It had to do something with a nigga. And she was just talking shit. And I just kicked that bitch in her pussy. I just hauled back, pop, kicked that bitch, and it was on the popping. And I'm a biter. When I fight, I'm a biter and a choker. If I can get you in a good hold, I'll choke your ass out. And we was fighting, and her friend was almost like that chick with, Kiki, but she wasn't saying that. She was just screaming her name. She was like, let her go, let her go. And I was just like, if I let you go, I was like, go to your car. And she was just like, Tracy, I'm gonna call the police on your niece. I don't give a fuck, call them. Sean was like, I'll get you out of jail, Rocky. I was like, see, bitch, it's gonna be a misdemeanor. Call them. And I'm gonna tell them you spit on me. And that's when they knew I was crazy. That was the very moment those motherfuckers were like, everyone looked at me like, you kicked her in the pussy. She didn't spit on you. No, she spit on me today. We can both go to jail, bitch. Let's play. And the fight got broke up. She didn't call the police and we went home. And I had few little scrapes on me and shit, but it was all good. Cause she thought cause I'm short. I'm 5'2". She thought cause I'm short, she didn't think it was gonna go. I got a lot of go in me. Well, I'm 53 years old now and I don't do that shit. I get you a different way. Real sneaky and nasty about it. But when I was younger, I liked I was one of those. I like to fight. I had to learn you don't hit men. Certain men will hit your ass back. You ain't gonna win a fight with no dude. Keep your hands to yourself with that. Learn to walk away. But a chick, if you was wrong, you was wrong. I didn't have no problem coming at you if you was wrong. And motherfuckers used to try to, get me. Bitches used to try to want to fight me and shit. And I had some, that was my only fight up in Seattle. I had another one at some other bar, but it was like over in I think it was like in Tacoma. Because I remember after we had that fight, and my aunt, one of her girlfriends, that was actually her girlfriend, me and her fought some girls. My aunt was with us, this motherfucker, and this could be one reason me and my aunt don't talk now, okay? But she would never fight. She would never fight. But the fights were they always had something to do with her. And here I am, Captain Saber aunt, And I'm like, damn, this bitch, every time a fight pop off, this bitch ain't never fighting with us. She's sitting back there like, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Bitch, we trying to protect you. Tacoma folks are weirdos. Girl, before I moved up there with my aunt, she would probably, I think she was just getting into shit with bitches about niggas and shit like this. Cause my aunt was beautiful, and these lackluster assholes would get mad and she just wouldn't do nothing. And here I am coming fresh in from Chicago and I just wasn't for that shit. I wasn't. Nope. But I love, I love Seattle. I really do. It's beautiful up there. It's, I always say I can only live in Chicago or New York because I love New York. I love everything about it. But I think I could live in Seattle again. I just enjoyed it. It made me appreciate the sunshine. Like when the sun would finally come out, it was just like, wow, you know what I mean? But when it was dreary, that motherfucker, it was dreary, but living up there too. It's another Roxy Lady Lounge story. So they had a basketball team. It was called the Seattle Supersonics, right? And there was this guy I knew. He played on the Supersonics. And he was from Chicago, right? So I found out that he played for Seattle. And I knew him from Chicago. He was a Chicago dude. I literally called their stadium where they would play. And I talked to someone in the security booth. Right hand guy. I talked to someone in the security booth and I told the security dude, I'm like, yo, can you do me a favor? I was like, my name Roxanne. I'm from Chicago. One of my homeboys play on y'all team. This dude was security. He was like, okay. I said, I want you to tell him that I'm here and I'm up here in the Seattle area. And I wanted him to know I was here. And can you take this number down? He's like, okay. He took the number. Swear to God, dude called me later on that day. He was like, hello? I was like, hello, hey. He was like, hey, Roxanne. He's like, what you doing up here? I was like, I stay with my auntie, her husband in the Navy. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah. He was like, you should come over to Seattle. I was like, I ain't got no money. He was like, take a cab. I'll pay for it. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. Went over to Seattle. They had a game that night. He was like, you can come to my game. I was like, yay. And I went to his game and everything. And I had a nice time. I had a nice time. It was cool. He took me to some places I had never been in Seattle and we had a good time. He was good company until I had to leave from up there. Because I ended up getting a boyfriend. And I caught him cheating, but not physically caught him. I caught some phone action shit. I didn't even tell him I called him. Didn't even tell him I called him. The motherfucker gave me his money. He was like, I'm going to work. Can you pay the rent for me? I was like, I sure can. I did not pay his rent. He gave me his money to pay all his little utility bills and everything. I didn't pay it. I sure didn't. I called dude, told him, I was like, I'm gonna have my neighbors drive me because my neighbors didn't like my little boyfriend. They say he was really arrogant and he was short. He was the last short man I ever talked to in my life. I should have known not to talk to him like that anyway because he was short. So anyway, my neighbors literally drove me to Seattle to do, and dude put me on the plane the next day back to Chicago. And dude was so mad. He told my aunt's husband, Rocky left here with all my money. And my aunt said she told him, she was like, she caught you cheating. And she gave him a rundown. And he was just like, so she ain't gonna give my money back? No. I made it back to Chicago 5 days before Christmas. I used that money and bought Christmas toys. What is you talking about, boy? Fuck you. Allegedly, Sean Kemp used to be in a crack house on Meade Street. It wasn't, my friend wasn't Sean Kemp, I'll tell you that much. Gary Payton allegedly used to get his powder from my homeboy. I believe you. Because I remember Gary Payton was in Chicago and we were all hanging out at this one bar and he was like buying everyone shots and shit. And he bought some tequila. And I was like, I don't drink tequila. He was like, take that shot of tequila. I was like, I just got up and walked off. I was like, first of all, you are not going to force me to drink tequila. I don't even like tequila, you know. But I didn't know, I didn't know motherfuckers was up there doing crack and shit. Cause my homeboy, he wasn't on that shit. And now my homeboy lives back in Chicago with his family, got a beautiful family. And we Facebook friends. I ran into him one day. He was getting his hair cut at the place where I used to get my weave done. And I was like, hey, what you doing here? But I knew him for some, a few years before he got drafted to play for Seattle. I knew him when he was like playing college ball at U of I. But yeah, that's my Seattle story. But I love Seattle. I really do. You know what I wish I would have did when I was there? Go to the Space Needle thing. I didn't get to go to the Space Needle. You could see it, but I never went to it. I think I'm gonna ask my husband, can me and him go to Seattle? I wouldn't mind like going to Seattle and then like maybe going up to Canada or something like that. Oh yeah, I remember when crack hit the streets. Seattle was a totally different place before crack. Well, I was there in like 1993, like maybe the end of 92, going into 93. Okay, go take care of that, sis. And you know, my aunt smoked weed, you know, but see, her husband was in the Navy. She wasn't. And we would go off base and we would buy the weed and shit. And sometimes I would never forget. One night we had went off base and she went to go buy some weed. And when we got back, they had a dog was at the fucking gate, like with a dude, and it was like a drug sniffing dog. Man, my aunt whipped a U-turn and we went somewhere and my aunt put the weed under a rock. And then we came, he drove through. And then she waited. And once I guess dude with the dog, because they would only do that shit like on a Friday, Saturday night. And when he left, she went back out there. She went and got her weed. She was talking, "Come with me, Rocky. I'm not going with you, man. You get caught with weed, you gonna get caught by yourself. Cause I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm the worst person to do anything with. Cause I'll tell on your ass. I'm not trying to go to jail. Not for real." Wait a minute, hold on. You said we have to pay to go to the Space Needle these days. Seattle was way off the hook by 93. Crack hit the streets in 84, 85. See, I didn't see nobody. I didn't see none of that. I didn't even know motherfuckers was up there doing crack. It just seemed like a crack-free zone to me. Because it was so pretty. And, where I was staying in Bremerton, girl, you know what? That's the first time I ever went to a Myers. I had never been to a Myers before. And I think it was called Myers. This motherfucking store had food. It had furniture. It was like a Sam's Club, a Costco. It had food, furniture, um, clothes. It was just overwhelming. It was like it was and it was pretty there. It was hilly and you could look up and just see fucking trees, big ass trees that look Fred Myers. I think that was it. I think that was the first place I ever went to Myers. And it was just so nice. It was so nice up there. The air hit different. It was just pretty. Um I had never been anywhere and seen that much like tall trees and the forest. It was like real woods in that motherfucker. As a matter of fact, on trash day on the base, you would have to pull your trash cans to the curb, right? It would be nothing to look out the window. And it'd be families of deers at people's trash cans, open them up and pulling the trash out to eat trash. It was crazy. I had never been, I'm a city girl. I had never been that close to no damn deer. I'm up in the window looking at them like, oh, just shocked, like it's a deer. It was so pretty up there. But it was a good experience. That was our first Costco-like store. You was looking at evergreen trees. Girl, I didn't know what kind of trees they were. I just know it was really pretty there. And my aunt took me somewhere one day, her and one of her homeboys, his name was Telly or something. We went to this jazz bar. It was in Seattle, like in the city part of Seattle. And I remember it was a sexy jazz bar too. It was very grown, very sexy, very mature. And I remember the street outside of the bar. It was cobblestone bricks. It was really nice. It was really nice. I had such a good time. Yeah, and Bremerton had a lot of trees on that military. base that we was on. And like I said, it was a nuclear submarine base. I'm like, damn, where's the submarine? I never seen a submarine the entire time I was on the fucking base. But then me and my aunt, I got mad at her. That's when I had to move out. And that's when I got my own little apartment. Because it was talking to dude, and then I broke up with him. Me and him only lived together like a month and a half. He was short, and he was just an asshole. And any dude that I could look you eye to eye, and I feel like I could potentially beat you up, and it was not a healthy relationship. So my basketball friend got me on the airplane, and I got my ass back to Chicago. Sounds like I was downtown. Okay, this was a nice jet. You know what? I don't I don't know if that was the name of it, but I remember like on the inside, the the lighting was kind of like bluish, and it had a nice bar, but the streets outside was cobblestone. It was brick. It was brick. It was really nice. It was really nice. I did. I enjoyed my time there. There's a section of Seattle that's very drug laden with zombie like people. What? Oh, that's probably that heroin. That's probably that heroin. That's that heroin. Or those people might be on like some sort of crystal meth or something. I just never, to each his own, but I just never understood crack, heroin, you know, um, crystal meth. Just weird. But we grew up, well, we didn't grow up. We was kind of sort of teenagers when crack popped off. Shit. Everybody wanted to sell crack back then. Everybody was a drug dealer back in the late 80s, early 90s. Everybody. It was really weird. But, crack was crazy because it just took a toll on so many families, you know, Black families. People, I have friends who lost their mamas, lost their daddies, you know, to crack. Heroin, meth, whatever else they can. Oh, now why I knew they had a lot of drugs because I used to see it on TV. Portland, Oregon. They had a lot of young heroin addicts in Portland, Oregon, and that's just such a nasty addiction. If a person is a heroin addict and they can kick and stay off of it, God bless them. Cause I heard that shit hard to shake. Shit. But like back in the days, you knew who sold crack, but you didn't know nobody that sold no heroin, you know what I mean? That shit. But then you might be out, you might meet a nigga and they be like, girl, you know how girls used to talk back then. Dude come in the club, he got on all this shit, and they be like, oh, he doing his thing. They be like, girl, he sell everything. You be like, what you mean he sell everything? You be like, girl, he sell weed, he sell powder, he sell crack, he sell heroin. I be like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to him. He's kind of scary. That's where you can find the holes. I don't know. I like my aunt had to have like some heart thing done to her. And I went with her to the hospital in Seattle. Washington. We had to go over to Seattle. And I've been to Seattle a few times, but I didn't see no like crackheads or like no motherfuckers nodding off because they on that shit. I mean, I seen like a lot of hippie looking people and a lot of motherfuckers who look like Bill Gates. Like everybody kind of gave me that Bill Gates. And at that time, I didn't even know who the fuck Bill Gates was or Steve Jobs. But that's how they look. I didn't see no whole bunch of homeless people or nothing. Maybe I wasn't looking in the right places or wasn't paying attention. But that's sad. That's sad. Don't they say there's a place in Pennsylvania called Zombieland? They be showing. You know what? I don't know where that place is, but I swear I seen you know how they be showing those clips and shit on like Facebook. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Oh, but I seen like some reports on that place, and it's sad. It's sad. You don't want to see people, get like that. You don't. It's fucked up. You know, I don't know. People be needing help, you know. That's fucked up. But I seen that like all people just be nodding and shit. Like, oh, they on their shit. They on their shit. I don't know how people do it, but let's just, hope and pray that someday, thank you, Black Diamond, that they can get off of it and get themselves together and try to lead, productive lives. It's sad to see people like that, you know. From time to time, I'll be driving, you see a motherfucker who be standing up high and just like they stand up, but they just slumped all the way over. And you be like, damn, they ain't even falling and they be sleep. Like, I don't know. I don't want nothing that's gonna make me feel like that. I'm good. I'm real fucking good. You know, people be like saying the government brought crack into the neighborhoods. And I just be like, I really do be like, I know that white crackheads, but I mean, I ain't never seen no white folks hooking up no crack. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I ain't never seen no white folks doing that. Only people I ever seen doing that is black folks. And you know, black folks usually invent everything. I feel like it started off somebody had some powder and they were probably like, damn, I want to try to flip my money. How can I do this? And I think they might have figured it out by mistake. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just guessing. It gotta be, because those motherfuckers definitely don't be falling. You just be like, damn, how they stay up like that? But my sister-in-law is a nurse, and she said it be fucked up because those people who be like shoot meth and heroin addicts, she said when they come in, they be like really, really fucked up. You know, it'd be hard for them to find veins on them and whatnot. She said their arms be all messed up, their veins collapse and shit like that. I don't want nothing like that. Mm-mm. Them white boys up here watch very high. And then you know what? Probably some of them come from one of those families that got all that damn money. Just money to burn. And you running around here being a meth head. I don't want shit that's gonna fuck my skin or my teeth up. Mm-mm. Hell no. I seen a thing. It was on Facebook, and it was like an age progression. Like a person. It was like they arrest pictures over time, and they was a meth addict. So they showed like the first time they got arrested. They looked fine. And about the eighth, ninth picture, arrest picture later, they was like damn near unrecognized. Face all sunk in and no teeth. My daughter works at a hospital, tells me all kinds of stories about fentanyl. Folks, so sad. Yeah, it's fucked up. You know, it's so fucked up that the police had to take um classes here in Chicago for Narcan. They made them take classes for Narcan. Some cops literally, especially like a lot of beat cops, carry Narcan in their cars, in their squad cars, because you never know, they might roll up on somebody that done got a hold of some shit with fentanyl in it. And my whole thing is, when motherfuckers start cutting shit with fentanyl, they cutting shit to stretch it, you know, and you putting fentanyl in it. You know how fucking strong fentanyl is? I've had fentanyl maybe twice in my life, and they gave it to me when they were cutting on me to have a cesarean. And I remember I never felt like that. And they put it in my IV. I don't know where they gave it to me. I know I was like, ooh. And they were talking to me like, okay, Roxanne, we're cutting you now. You're gonna feel a little pressure, a little tugging. Everything's okay. We're just working the baby out. You know, that shit dangerous. You know, Maddie in college and shit. I be telling a girl, keep your drink with you at all times. Don't drink nothing from nobody. Don't smoke nobody's weed. Cause people be doing too much. And shit you might not do, other motherfuckers do. And they don't care about hurting you and giving it to you. And then they'll laugh about that shit. That shit ain't funny. I got friends whose kids, you know, hanging out and hanging out smoking weed with motherfuckers that they don't know and don't know these motherfuckers put some extra shit in their weed. Now my friends' kids all loopy and shit because somebody else's kid is on some straight bullshit. Fuck that shit. I said don't take nobody's shit. Oh no. Because you just can't trust people. You can't. What did you say? Trying to stretch the product. Surgery is the only time I've ever had fentanyl until these last few years. It's been on the streets. And from what I understand, that fentanyl that they be having on the street, I heard it ain't even like real fentanyl. You know, it's people who have chronic problems, you know, had a major surgery and they'll give them fentanyl patches because they're time released. I guess you put them on you and they're time released, you know what I mean? But they just not giving you a fentanyl pill. They don't do that. You have a surgery or something, they might give you some fentanyl patches to go home with, but they might only give you 2 or 3, you know. Yeah. You said you still preach, don't try nothing from nobody. Cause some of these people just don't care. You know, you could, you think this person, your friend, you cool, and they be done gave you something. And now you run down the street path and now you passed out and motherfuckers just sitting there with their phones like, motherfucker passed out, y'all. No, that shit ain't funny. That shit ain't funny. I tell my kids, mm-mm. You want something? You can't afford it? Call me. Call your daddy. I'll cash app it to you. Don't ask nobody for nothing. Because these motherfucking people in this world is heartless and mean and cruel and envious and late and motherfucking tired. And they don't care about seeing you be just as fucked up as they are. Because people misery love company. Misery love company. I don't want no miserable people around me. Keep your miserable ass over there. I ain't got time for you. Those be the people who say stupid shit. Why you always happy? Leave those type of motherfuckers alone. Cause those motherfuckers sit back and be playing on you. Yeah, they'll play games with your life because they fucked up. Ma'am, no sir. Good. I like my people to be happy. You know, you can't be every day. There's some real life miserable motherfuckers in this world. Love dissension. Don't know how to be happy. Don't want to see the next motherfucker happy. Jealous as hell. You know, fucking weird. Ain't got no God in them. All sorts of shit. Like, back the fuck up. back up and back the fuck off. No fentanyl and no oxy. I mean, but people abused it, you know, especially that oxycodone shit. I heard motherfuckers, you know, just was out here in the streets, motherfuckers, and motherfuckers are buying it on the streets. I'm just like, oh my God. And these young kids think that shit cute. You know, popping Percocets and shit like that. This type of shit I done had after labor, after not even labor, because I didn't labor. I had a C-section. You know, these motherfuckers out here doing that shit, and they think that shit's cute. It robs your looks. That's why it's motherfuckers out here in they late teens, early 20s looking in their 30s with your young, old looking drug addict ass. That's why you look like that. That's why you look like that. Looking all sorts of fucked up. Mm-mm-mm. Just sad. Sad. All we can do, y'all, is protect your kids, protect your grandkids, and protect your peace. Cause it's a diabolical ass world. And what's even crazy is the people who don't think they diabolical be diabolical as hell. Now, can I get diabolical? Yeah, I can, but I choose not to. Because I like to be happy. I really do. What is my cat doing? And I know people be having extenuating circumstances and problems, but I don't ever have no fentanyl, oxy, heroin, cocaine, crack, prop. It ain't that deep. What did you just do to my shoe, cat? My cat's always doing some weird shit. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. We just gotta, I guess, watch our P's and Q's and watch our surroundings and try to stay safe and keep our kids safe, because we living in a wicked, wicked world. I think I told you all the other day that story about that girl who got strung out on drugs, and she was beautiful, beautiful. Had that baby with that African. That African took that baby, snatched that baby up from that girl. She ain't seen that baby since. And I told you I was going to try to find out what happened to her, but I haven't talked to anyone who knows her. You know, I think I know somebody who might know her, just to know if she doing okay. I don't know, Black Diamond. I mean, if I had surgery, you know, but you know it'd be fucked up when people get addicted to like those pain pills because they had a injury. You know what I mean? They had chronic back pain because they might have been in an accident or something, or you know they had a work related accident, and you know now they got to, you know, they constantly in pain, so they got to be on pills. And now they get addicted to it, and you know that's why like nowadays these motherfucking doctors will tell your ass in a heartbeat like take some extra strength Tylenol. And I like when my back hurt, they gave me, because when I'm in pain, I don't do well with pain, and I get very anxious. They gave me 6 lorazepam and told me to take Motrin, and Motrin and Tylenol. That's all they gave me. I'm like, okay, but it works when I need it, and I don't take no whole pill, because I don't be wanting to feel loopy like that. Most everybody who abuses Oxycontin got strung out on heroin. Now they looking older than they should. Yeah, because that should take a toll on you. That should take a toll on you. All you gotta do is just motherfuckers, they teeth be rotted out and shit. And they always want to smile. Like, I wish I could save everybody. I wish I could help people, a bunch of people, but shit, I learned I can't help everybody. You know, that shit wow. That shit wow. But let's just pray that, people can get it, get their shit together. I don't like seeing people out here, strung out. It's people who lost their jobs because of a back injury, and then they end up losing their homes or their apartment, and then end up fucking being homeless. And these be the motherfuckers that be stealing your motherfucking packages. They be stealing your packages and shit so they can go sell it, so they can get it fixed. Don't know how that shit. I know I don't. You lock the top lock too? Okay. If your dad don't take you, just give me up. Okay? My daddy always told me, if a motherfucker will steal from you, they'll kill you. Yeah, they have to want help. They have to. But I think a lot of those people, I have some really wonderful things going on. And I've always said that one of the things that I want to do more than anything is buy a building, like an apartment building, nothing overly too big. I want to renovate it, and I want to put homeless men and women, especially veterans, in it, and help them get clean, get counseling, get medical care, get dental care, help them rework their self-esteem, help them get gainfully employed. And God He's making a way for me to do that. Because a lot of these people don't, a lot of homeless people have some amazing backstories as to why they are where they are. And so many people have just turned their backs on them. But if they want help, and I'm in the position to give them help, get them on the streets, them get clean, these people need motivation. They need people behind them. Some people had good jobs and lost them. But guess what they didn't lose? They didn't lose the ability and the knowledge that they had and get back into a workforce and feel feel good about themselves. You know, clean drawers and clean socks, clothes, to open up a motherfucking refrigerator and see food in it, have a bank account, live a normal life, but they have to want it. Like Black Diamond said, they have to want the help. And I want to be able to help because God has blessed me and He keeps on blessing me. And my focus this go around is helping people who really need help and who want it. What good is it when you got it and you frivolous? My sister was strung out, and one day she called me and asked me for help. I flew to Cleveland and took her to detox rehab because she was serious. She was 19. She was 19 years clean before she passed away. Look at that. And God bless you for helping your sister. And God bless your sister for wanting that help. And I'm sorry about your loss of your sister, but she wanted it. And I want to be able to facilitate that for people, counseling and such, helping people get on their feet. I wrote up a whole thing. I know what I want to do. I just need a few dollars to do it. And I have it. I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna make it happen. It ain't gotta be no big old huge building. You know, she was tired. Yep, they gotta be tired, I heard. No, it ain't gotta be no big old huge building. It could be a 3-flat right here in Chicago, as long as I can help. And I have another business venture with someone. We just trying to figure out where to put it. It's for women, it's for mothers, We're trying to figure out where to put that. But it'd be in the Midwest. So I got a lot of shit going on. I can't share everything because everything can't be shared. But what I can share is I want to be able to help, but I'm very discerning about now, like who I want to help and how I want to help. You know, that's beautiful, Black Dot. But yeah, me too. That's awesome. And you just sometimes, I be seeing, I got a few people, homeless people that, you know, I help, and somebody was like, "Well, Roxy, why'd you buy them cigarettes and beer and you gave them some food and shit?" I said, "Because they already homeless. And if they want to smoke a fucking cigarette, let them smoke some cigarettes. If they want to sit over here and they want to sit around and talk shit and they got a case of beer, let them have it. As long as they ain't hurting nobody. Hell, they ain't even hurting themselves. They ain't robbing nobody. Fuck." But people be needing help. And it's a lot of young people. But you know what, y'all, and I know it's gonna sound real crazy. I don't know if I can do it with the young people. I have to start with people more in they like maybe 30s, 40s, 50s. I don't think I can help the 20s, the 20-year-olds. They mind capacity a little, and maybe not even the 30-year-olds. They mind capacity is a little bit different. With age supposed to come wisdom, and it ain't nothing worse than 40 or 50-year-old dumbass. Usually people that age range who have problems are a lot more reserved with their problems, and they know what help they need. You know, they might bullshit you here and there, but fundamentally they know. These young ones, they want to pop off and all that other shit. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Get some help. And if you got somebody that's trying to do that and facilitate that, take advantage of it. But like Black Diamond said, they gotta want it. Like, oh, and you know what? AF, I be feeling like that too. Because one of these guys over here used to steal packages up and down the street. I just asked him one day, I was like, bro, stop. Like, seriously, like, stop. I was like, you taking my neighbor's shit, you be taking my shit. I was like, why you? And he told me, he said, motherfucker said, I be needing me a pack of squares. And he said, and I need my little drink. And I was just like, man, I'll give you the money. Just stop taking it. I was like, if I give you some money, you know how to budget that shit? And then I'll see you in a week. You better budget that shit for the week. You know, it's not like you out here drinking fucking Dom Perignon shit. You know, you better go buy some fucking kite cigarettes and roll some cigarettes, motherfucker. You know, I just don't like to see people struggle. But I've learned, you know, I've learned a lot. And I'm very, very discerning these days about helping, you know. Yeah, something about yeah. I mean, I like scared. I I just don't be really try to fuck with nobody in the streets like that. These young people in Chicago is wild. Like, hey, on one, hi, my love. Like, yesterday, Saturday going into Sunday morning, this girl, she is 29 years old. She was out celebrating her 29th birthday. She just left this little after hours spot. It's out south. She got shot. Come to find out, a girl shot her. It was her new boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend, baby daddy's new bitch. Shot that girl in the back. That girl had 6 kids, 5 or 6 kids. Wait, one, two. She had 1, 2. I think she had 5 or 6 kids. She was 29 years old. They said she worked security and she did another job. And she was a pretty girl. And all this shit over a dude. Lost her life. Then, little 12 or 13-year-old girl, they said she got shot in her house. That was yesterday. And I'm just like, what the fuck is really going on? It's young people. They weird. There's a lot of old weird people out here too. My friends, the flea market clubs, when the temperature drop. I do that every winter. It's not expensive at all at the flea market. Yeah, that's true. When I share why. It, yeah, you will be surprised when you tell a person like over here in this neighborhood where I live, my neighbor seen me once and I was going to wash these blankets and she was like, Oh, Roxy, you have so much stuff. She has an accent. And I was just like, yeah, I'm washing these blankets. I was like, because, I'm going to give them, to the homeless people. And she was like, oh my goodness. She goes, I have some blankets too. She was like, will you give mine? I said, sure. And then I guess she told some other people, and so I had blankets all in my front. I had to bring them upstairs. Those people washed blankets and brought them upstairs, and I had them all in my living room. And me and my husband and my kids filled up my truck. We had to do like 3 trips because we didn't have enough room. We was at capacity. The kids was smushed in there, and we gave them out, and they was clean. I tell friends all the time, and I'll tell you all too. If you wash your laundry and you be having socks and it's just one, you can't find the mate, put those motherfuckers in a little shopping bag and you fuck around and you'll have a whole bag full of mismatched socks with no holes in them, nothing. Guess what you do? Go get a bag to a homeless person. They will appreciate those socks. They don't have to match, but they clean because they like to keep their feet clean. They like clean socks. Those people be on their feet all day. Their socks be dirty. Dirty socks can lead to, you know, foot fungus and all sorts of problems. And a lot of these people have foot problems because, they might be diabetic or they might even shoot up in between their toes. It could be anything, but they like clean socks. So don't throw socks away. And don't throw old t-shirts and old sweatshirts away. And at this point, I don't even really like giving, I'll give stuff to like the Goodwill of the Salvation Army, but these be clothes that I know, you know, homeless people ain't gonna wear. I know they're not gonna wear something like that, but sweatpants, stuff like that, give it to them. You got sons or husbands that don't want certain things, take it and give it to a homeless person. They wash it, give it to them. Because one thing I noticed is when I give it and there's much stuff been washed, they love smelling it because it's fresh. You know, maybe just the smell of something good will give somebody hope. That's just me. You go to the same vendor yearly. Yeah, but that big ass truck driving down the street this late at night. What I am going to do is bid you guys adieu, just in case I do have to take Maddie to the train. I don't know why Maddie got this early ass fucking train. I would like to start off by thanking my sergeant at arms and my big sis Black Diamond. Thank you so much for your help and thank you for just being you. And I appreciate you to the utmost. I would like to thank all one. You got here a little late, sweetie, but I'll be back later on today. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. These clowns crazy as fuck. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I just love the fact that you're from Seattle, born and bred. So you understand some of the things that I've seen in Seattle and my love for Seattle. And thank you so much, for your support. I really appreciate it. And I remember seeing Sparkle in here. Thank you so much, Sparkle, for stopping by. Sparkle probably took her ass to bed. I would like to thank Stormy Seas. Thank you so much for stopping by, sweetie. I really, really appreciate you. I've seen Tiara in here. Thank you so much for stopping by, Miss Tiara. And I would also like to thank anybody who was in the bushes. I hope you were polite enough to hit the like or dislike button, It's fine. I'm grown. It's not gonna make me cry. I can crawl up in this big old bed, cuddle up underneath that husband, give me a little sleep. I want to miss my baby. She's going back to school tomorrow. Well, it's already tomorrow. Little Roxy first, thank you for stopping by, sweetie. You all bring me joy. And that is it. I would also like to thank the replay gang. If you see this, I hope you enjoy. God bless you all. Like seriously, and to the utmost. Thank you, AF. Try to be positive. Try and be positive and stay prayerful. There's so much darkness going on in this world, and it's a lot of dark people. I'm not talking complexion wise. I'm talking inner. Their innards are dark, and when you see them, you know who they are. Steer clear. Give a person a good word. Give a brother or sister a compliment. And if someone compliments you, accept the compliment gracefully. I'm going to get my ass in bed. It's about that time. I will come back and talk to you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you all for being here in the lady lounge. My ladies, get you all some rest. And Black Diamond, I'm going to call you because I want to know more about, what you're doing. And I want to run some things past you in reference to veterans. I'll call you when I'm having my morning coffee if you don't mind. And that's it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you all later on. Okay? Good night. Bye.